Hey guys, welcome back. I am more than happy and excited to announce that finally, after about a week's worth, I was able to implement a new update for the scraper that I put together a little while ago. And now you're getting more accurate information, more specific data, and it works internationally. And I think you guys are going to love this. For anybody that is new to my channel and you haven't watched the other video of the program that I created, I think you're in the right place. And just hear me out. If you're an individual that is looking to scrape leads off of Google Maps anywhere in the world at no price to you whatsoever, other than the one-time download fee on my end, listen closely because this has benefited my business and it's going to benefit yours. So I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of the two tools. The one, which I released about a week ago, that was only limiting to Canada and the United States. And then the new tool. The new tool, like I said, is going to be completely different. Although it looks very similar, it's going to have a lot more back-end integration to make sure that it creates an accurate data for you. So let's jump into it because I'm excited to show you guys a side-by-side on everything I've created so far. Going into the extension page, you can see that this was the old version. So the Google Maps Unlimited Scrape was only available to Canada and the US, and it was very limiting. The new one that I just came up with is called Google Maps Unlimited Scrape, and it works internationally. I'm just going to show you straight off the bat of how simple it is to use. So over here, again, the layout looks exactly the same, and all you have to do is follow the steps. But we'll open up Google Maps, and like I mentioned before, I am based out of Toronto. But in this case, because I want to prove the concept, I want to show you guys that it works internationally, we're going to go anywhere else in the world. So in this case, let's do Australia, for example, and let's pick a bigger city. So we'll do Melbourne. Why not? So what we want to do first and foremost, obviously, again, just kind of zoom into that one specific area that we're looking to target leads or we're looking to export data from. And then the next important thing is obviously to put in an industry. In this case, what I found works best is to get really, really specific. So we'll have to put stuff like electricians instead of electrical company or plumbers instead of plumbing company. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to move this out of the way. And then we want to load this list completely. So we want to keep scrolling until it won't let us anymore. And what this does is on the back end, it just creates all the information that is located in this specific area, and it compiles it into one big list for us to export. Now that we've reached the end of the list, I'm going to show you again the comparison between what the old used to do and the new. But we'll start off with the new. Same concept. I'll call this electrician new and save it. And now I'm going to go to my old tool and I'm going to do the same thing. So I named one electrician new and electrician old. And now I'm going to show you the differences in between the old and the new. Let's jump into it. This is the old list, right? So because it was so limiting, we didn't have all the addresses that we needed. We didn't even have the phone numbers. And in most cases, the industries weren't even coming up correct. And I realized that that wasn't going to work for you guys. So this new tool, look at that. All of it is accurate and up to date. As you can see, auto-populated all the phone numbers. If you do see one that's missing, that means it genuinely wasn't listed on Google Maps. And even when it comes to addresses, it's a little bit more straightforward. Now, just keep in mind, it's not going to be 100%. So as you can see here, maybe it just pulled a number again for whatever reason. And here as well. There is no workaround on my part for that. I've tried my absolute best to get rid of it. But as far as I'm concerned, for as long as you also get the Google Maps link, you can always reference it back to a point of just pulling it up on your browser so you can see exactly where they're located. But again, as far as I'm concerned, the two pieces of information, or I should say maybe even more than that, that you can rely on will always be 100% perfect, has to be the phone numbers and the websites. Even the ratings and the reviews will almost be perfect 99% of the time. But again, the software is ultimately just looking at the massive list that we just grabbed off the left-hand side, and it'll try to export all the accurate information that it can have. Now, unfortunately, because there's slight variations in the content that comes up, occasionally it'll pull stuff like 7 emergency residential, so descriptions and unwanted information. But nonetheless, the only thing that I've noticed that it is only in the address section. So for as long as you have a workaround around that, or you don't necessarily care too much about the address section, you can feel 100% confident that this tool will be good for you. So now that we've compared it, you can see the power of what the new updated platform is versus the other one. And the process, again, remains just so stupid simple. It's a Google extension, right? So you can just download it, plug and play. And that's it. For as long as you have Google Chrome, you can install it and use it just by following the steps. Right before we talk about how you guys can go about implementing this, I do want to just quickly mention that there is a price tag that is attached to this, and that is one time only of $10. I am going to show you the true benefits of why you should download this tool and what it's going to help you achieve. But please keep in mind, I am working out of my own free time to make sure that I'm giving you guys a very valuable tool that's going to help you in your company. And you're also going to get the option for white labeling, so you can create the software, claim that it's yours, resell it, do whatever you want with it. But I just ask that for as long as you see the benefits. I think the $10 price tag in Canadian is an incredibly fair rate. So without further ado, I do want to get into some benefits here. So number one, with this tool, you get unlimited scraping. There's no back end API calls. There's no limiting problems. Just myself through the testing stages, I've done maybe hundreds and hundreds of exports. I've never received a message saying that I will be blacklisted or given a warning. It'll generate B2B data for you. So again, these are businesses that are naturally coming up on Google Maps anywhere in the world. So for as long as that happens, you'll get a company name, review ratings, counts, industries, websites, and even Google Maps profile URLs again, so you have a reference point to go back. You can rest easy knowing that this will work internationally, right? So unlike the previous version, it no longer just works in Canada and the USA. It's an updated model. Use it anywhere. There's going to be no ongoing fees. So again, after the one-time purchase, it's plug and play. There's no signups, no memberships, no credit system. Use it for free forever, and I mean it, guys. There is also, like I said, white label. It's fully open source. You get that in the folder from the moment you download it. You can tweak it. You can make your own. There's no trademarks, no copyright. You don't have to give me any credits. I don't even have to know that you downloaded it. Make it your own, guys. This is such a powerful tool that you can present this to your own clients or your friends, or help out, anybody that you want. Like, this is, it's a tool that you can make your own. Now, we should also talk about some limiting downsides. Because this is 100% free on my end, and we're not running APIs, we're not running a credit system where, there's some costs associated on a month-to-month basis, there will be some slight downsides. So number one, I think this is pretty obvious, but there is a lack of decision maker data. So you're never going to get a name or a very direct phone number or email address using this. It only will scrape the information that is publicly available on Google Maps, and that's it. Okay. There is also no guarantee that the data you get is 1,000% accurate. As you've noticed with the address fields, occasional omissions should be expected. The data, again, is sometimes a little bit different depending on where you search in whichever country you decide to search in. And because there is different formatting, the tool sometimes will omit certain data. So just be mindful of that. Again, because we're not running APIs or complex back-end work that require a credit system or more of like a monthly membership, you might run into some of these situations. But then again, it's free. And then last but not least, there's no industry or category guarantee. So again, what I've noticed is that if you don't get into specifics, and if you put a bland term like spa, some industries just won't export right. You'll see that sometimes when you go to export, some phone numbers won't come off, or maybe the websites won't pop up. This is to be expected. But the very easy fix to this, like I said, is just try to be very specific. So instead of looking for plumbing companies, you could say plumber. Instead of saying electrical companies, you could say electricians. The more specific you can get, the more likely it is that it's going to pull the accurate information. But that is it, guys. Like I said, I put in a lot of time, energy, and resources to make this a valuable tool for you guys, and I'm not going to keep rambling. The link is in the description below. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. It's very likely that if you're watching this video, you would have reached out to me over Facebook or Slack or any other messaging platform. But nonetheless, even if you can't reach me, I would like for you to drop a comment down below. Let me know how you truly feel about this tool. Let me know if it works out for you. And God forbid if it doesn't, again, let me know. I'm happy to see if I can jump in. Maybe I can make some tweaks. Maybe I can make something happen to make sure that you're getting accurate data, or at least it's working on your end the way that it works for me. But like I said, guys, it's 110% free and white label from the point of purchase. I just asked for the $10 because I think that that is reasonable for such a powerful tool like this. But I let you guys also be the judge of character in that decision-making process. Nonetheless, I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope that this tool really brings you some great value. Again, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. But have fun, guys, and enjoy. Take care.